Rob in San Bruno.
Oh, let's go,
Friday.
Rob.
Rob in San Bruno, what's happening?
Better bring that positivity.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, fellas? Hey, look, man, we know this is not about Brock Purdy. We know Brock Purdy is the product of the scheme. We've seen plenty average to good quarterbacks look good under this search scheme. This has nothing to do with not saying Brock is not good, but this is the Kyle Shanahan show. I said it early in the season. This is where Kyle Shanahan needs to make his money. In the regular season, he's Bill Walsh Jr. On the championship game in Super Bowl, he turned to Jimmy Ray. He forget how to call plays. So Brock will do good if Kyle does good. If Kyle play call his own, Brock gonna roll. But if Kyle is getting out coached and he's not winning certain downs and he's losing on third down with his play calling, guess who's gonna struggle?
So let me get this straight. You believe there's more pressure on Shanahan during this playoff run than there is Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy making $900,000. He's a 7th-round pick, last pick in the draft. He can, like I said it before, he can retire right now and say I had a great NFL career. Nobody is. We wasn't a 1st-round pick. He's not a 2nd round. He was the last pick in the draft. This is Kyle Shanahan's baby. Kyle just got another contract extension. This ain't got nothing to do with Brock Purdy. It's what Brock Purdy is. Kyle. He's a product. It's the reason why all these people saying what they're saying about him. Talent wise, Brock Purdy is the 8th best quarterback left in the. You talking about talent wise? He is the 8th best. Let's keep it real. But in this scheme, if the CMC is running and he bringing that 8th man in the box, yeah, you gonna have them deep shots because it's 1-on-1.
I want to push back on this. Rob, I love you, buddy. He is more talented physically than Baker Mayfield. He is. I'm sorry. He is. I think he has better arm talent. I think he's got better mobility. I think that he processes quicker. Like, if we were just doing a redraft right now, everyone's taking Purdy over Baker Mayfield.
Okay, that's fine. Baker Mayfield still had a good season with no running game. You put Baker with this offense with a running back. Just put him with CMC to where the pressure's off of it, to where that 8th man got to come into the box. Now his receiver's seeing 1-on-1 all day long, and you just throw it up because BA gonna go get it. Kittle gonna go get it. Throw it to Debo on a slant or them little reverses they're running. Debo gonna make plays. We've seen Debo carry his offense. We've seen Debo carry Jimmy G to the championship game, almost winning. So I'm not saying Purdy isn't great, but Purdy isn't that guy. If Kyle play calling is off, Purdy's going to be off. And we've seen this versus Baltimore. We've seen it versus Cleveland. We've seen it versus Cincinnati. If Kyle's off his game and he's not having one of those games where he's just doing his Dougie, guess what's going to happen? Interceptions, tip balls. We've seen it. So I'm not putting this on Brock. This is Kyle Shanahan's baby, and Kyle needs to get the job done.
Rob, I hear you. Look, I get the point about Shanahan. It feels like you're dumping on Purdy. I'm telling you right now, I do believe and I just picked Baker Mayfield out of the hat. I also think the same about Jared Goff. I think if there was a redraft right now, I think Purdy would go higher than Goff. And so I'm not here for it today.
I don't know. I don't know if he would. I mean, and that's, it's a great argument. It's a great argument. Goff has been really good. Purdy's good. Now we're going to see it. Judgment Day's here. Judgment Day's here. We're going to see who's the cream of the crop. We're going to see who's the creme de la creme when it comes to the quarterback position. And all Brock has to do is be Brock. And what do you do to be Brock? Get the ball out on time, process it, play mistake-free football. That's all I want from you. Lean on the running game with Christian McCaffrey. Lean on Deebo Samuel in the jet sweeps and the wide receiver screens. Lean on Brennan Ayuk on the out routes and first down plays. Just be Brock. Don't do anything out of body. You don't need to be Cam Newton. You don't need to be Peyton Manning. You don't need to be Josh Allen. Just be Brock.
If we were having this same discussion and I told you that, Bryce Young, who went number 1 overall, was 19-3, through almost 2 full seasons and had put up the numbers that Brock Purdy did, would we be having this physical gifts conversation about who we're taking?
No. But I do think to his point, and look, if you want to see it as slight to Brock Purdy, that's fine. I hear you on that one. But to a sense, to a point, he is right about Shanahan in these big moments. There's a lot of 49er fans that have seen Kyle in these big moments come up short. You can't deny that.
Oh, no.
You can't deny that.
The Shanahan conversation is independent.
Right. So,
but it feels like while we're having the Shanahan, conversation, we have to run over Brock with the Mack truck. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but it just feels like the majority of people are doing it. Again, I would say to people, if Bryce Young had the exact, and he's smaller than Purdy in every way,
right.
Okay? And I don't think his arm is that great. I think Purdy's arm is very comparable to Bryce Young. I actually think Purdy can deliver the ball way more accurately.
Oh, I don't know. Bryce Young can throw that thing. And
if
got
Bryce
better
Young
and better.
was 19-3, if he was 19-3 and put up the exact same numbers as Brock Purdy, we would not be having the same rhetoric conversation that we're having regarding talent that we do with Brock Purdy. I think it's unfair.
It's pretty unfair. It's unfair. Boy, Bryce Young can spin it. I'm eager to see what type of weapons he gets, but he may not get the weapons, and he may look like a mediocre quarterback for the rest of his career. But Bryce needs weapons. But I don't care about Bryce Young. I care about Brock Purdy. And the tandem of Shanahan and Purdy, they do have to be on point. If Shanahan is not on point with this play calling, it does wreck the offense. When he gets out of body, he starts getting pass happy. Or if he gets, when it's a 4th and 1, and he's running gun runs and he's getting stuffed up the middle. Shanahan in the playoffs has come up short in terms of play calling. We can go through every single game of one of his postseason games. Now there's no excuse. You've got Brock Purdy. You've got Debo. You got Ayuk. You got the guy who broke a franchise record for passing yards in Brock Purdy. So to Rob's point about the play calling, I'll meet him halfway. Shanahan in the play calling.
I'll listen to that.
He's got to be on point because he has come up short in some big moments.
And unlike playoffs in the past, you're fully healthy. Like
right.
in before, when your running backs were down and everybody knew that Debo was getting the ball in 2021 and your quarterback had an injured shoulder, like I get it. And Ayuk was not the same player in the 2021 season that he is today.
No, that's what I think Ayuk this postseason, could be special.
And in 2021, when they lost to the Rams and Jimmy was hurt, Trent was hurt, Debo was exhausted, and he carried them.
But play calling.
Kittle was hurt too. But I'm just saying, the play calling wasn't great.
The play calling was subpar.
Your
Let's
season
keep it
was
real.
on the line, and you were doing a gun run to Kyle Juszczyk.
Right. The play calling was the decision making and play calling made me scratch my head multiple times.
But I would.
Even last year.
Not to
think about the
defend
play.
him,
Think about the play Brock Purdy got hurt.
No doubt.
Think about the play Brock Purdy got hurt. You had a backup tight end blocking Hassan Reddick, who had an all-time season for the Philadelphia Eagles.
You're going to have spots on the field where guys are blocking guys you don't want them to. It's just the nature of the game. Like, they get paid too, and so they're going to line up however they line up, and they're going to try to attack you. That does happen. You're going to have a running back who's going to have to block Myles Garrett every now and then.
That's baked into everything with Kyle Shanahan.
No doubt.
The decision-making has to be better. Don't even get me started with Super Bowl 54. I don't want to go there today.
I'm not going to argue.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there today.
They had a team-wide collapse, and the play calling was a part of it.
The play calling and decision-making was a big part of it.
But they also had a play open over the top, and they missed it.
We're 4 minutes late here.